6 overs gone. Bengal Tigers 24 for 1. It's not the kind of start they would have wanted or planned for.
You know, Rohan, we keep talking about figures. Of course, the batsman can try and disprove us or prove us wrong. But the required rate already 10.5. It's a very stiff for the Bengal Tigers. And now it's not going to be easy because if they're not going to loft the ball now with 4 or 5 people outside, it's just going to get tougher and tougher.
Well, exactly my point, Carol, because if it's not going to go at 10 and over with the field restriction, you're going to find it that much tougher once the field is spread out. Because there are that many more fielders patrolling the boundary, that many more fielders as dealing up the Deshmukh.
Yeah, she's enjoying the proceedings. A true supporter of the Celebrity Cricket League, Genelia. I remember last year, she and Riteish had just gotten married. I think the very next day, they were attending, he was playing and she was attending a match. Incredible.
That's got to be a wide. But just getting back to the point where they haven't really accelerated in the first 6 overs with the field restrictions, it might just be that much more tougher for them once the field restrictions are lifted.
One ball up in the sky, and that too might be taken. No, it was top edge. They didn't catch that at all. Big thrash by Jeet. He'll be happy they got 2. It's just that they don't seem to have the big shots. I know, Rohan, just a short while back, you were saying that Deep Das Gupta believes his team can score and score heavily, but they've shown no evidence of that in a competitive situation. Not yet. Not to me. Not to the CCL.
Well, at least the intent is there at the moment. And that's all that you can hope for.
Grabbing at straws, I love that.
Yeah. Right, you've got that little bias towards Kerala. I've got a little bias towards Bengal because for me, Calcutta and Bengal is my cricketing home. So I've got that little bit of bias. So clutching at straws, yes.
But that's not enough. You need to go and do something with the team now. They have a position for you. Still lacks the timing, but luckily pick it up cleanly, so they get a single. Brand ambassador of the CCL. Bipasha to the left officially, but Genelia no less. Let me assure you, she's a terrific brand ambassador for the league. I was talking about how she and Riteish came to play. Swing and a miss. So close to being bowled. Deep. Aren't they enjoying the proceedings? 7 gone, 30 for 1.
Sandy, batting on 9 of 19 deliveries.
Ron, stop right there. 9 of 19 as an opener. Come on.
Well, he's playing the sheet anchor role.
Are you mispronouncing a word here? No.
Well, no, look, I think both Sandy and Jeet need to now step on the gas. You need to motor along now. I think the time for trying to play yourself in and look for 1s and 2s is gone, because if they get out now, they're putting an enormous amount of pressure on the batsman to follow. That's got to be a wide.
Well, Nish Manjrekar with the ball now, so that's rare. Doesn't bowl too often. Begins with a wide. But yeah, when you open the innings, you're meant to explode in the first 6 overs. You're 9 from 19. You've been there 33 minutes. Got to be seeing the ball better. Handsome drive, but you get only 1 for all of that. Now, these were the situations when they were taking 2. The Veer Marathis. And Jeet not interested. Sorry, this is not a masterclass here in cricket or anything, but you've got to look for runs when they're so difficult for you to get anyway. So that little fumble that could have easily been turned into 2.
Well, I think the reason why Jeet refuses single right now is he wants to be the aggressor. He's trying to play a few big shots. He's gotten into that zone where he's going to go for. And there he's found the gap. Is that going to be forward? Yes.
Whoa, what's that? It's a boundary. Haven't seen that for a while, Rohan. Wow, that's rare. Well done, Jeet. That's what we want from the Bengal Tigers. aggression. He caught that well from the middle of the bat. Mahesh dropped it short. And Jeet picked it up well. No man patrolling mid-wicket boundary. There was a fielder, a square leg boundary, also long on. But Jeet split those two. Good to see some excitement now. Big swing and miss again.
Well, I think Jeet has decided he's going to take a swing at everything he sees. And that's probably the right attitude to have at this stage as well.
One of them certainly needs to swing. He's not dandy the last half an hour.
Well, I think both need to swing. I think both need to go. And if one gets out, that's when the other person tries to build a partnership with the guy who comes in. There's Sridevi and Mr. Dhoni Kapoor, owners of the Bengal Tigers.
I'm very smiling. So too, Sridevi, a lot of fans in this part of the country, or in all parts of the country, in many countries. Good to see Sridevi here. Have a lovely off drive, but only for a one. And Sandy gives that shot well all along the carpet. Looks good, but fetches you only one in a situation where they need a lot more. A rare good over for the Bengal Tigers. 8 from it so far. All still to go. Big swing for Jeet. And he now has that setback. Will scamper for the single. 8 gone. 39 for 1.
Still another 134 required of 72 deliveries. Cut off the back foot and that should be 4. No one patrolling the extra cover boundary.
Good crowding. That's a bum chicka wow wow moment. And good to see. Nice. Middle of the bat. That's what we need to see. So Jeet has certainly come to liven the proceedings here. The skipper didn't work too well in Siliguri in their first match. Got a hint of a smile on his face. Come on, Jeet. Bengal Tiger to continue to roar. Change in the field as they do take a man out to have a sweeper position. Use that chance now to swing it to leg if possible. Oh, trying to have a little dab and lucky to survive. Just about shaving the up stump.
Well, I just want to go back to the last over, Charu. You said it's a good over for Bengal, and it was. They got 8 off it, but it's still not enough because they need 11 and over. So even though they've had a good over in terms of, in context of the game and the way they batted, it's nowhere close to it being enough for the Bengal Tigers. They need to have excellent overs from now on in.
But considering your bias, I think you need to go down as soon as the stint is over and talk to Bipasha Basu saying, listen, we need some people who can hit the ball big. I'm very surprised if the Bengal Tigers get a single 6. Because if you take a look at all the teams put together, sixes are not the only answer. I know you can get many other runs, many other ways. But the big hitters, I don't know, where are they?
Well, you know what? Deep's a thinking cricketer. And he can only work with the tools he's got. So I'm not going to put any blame on Deep because I know he's doing a really, really good job out there. It's like a lot of fans criticizing Arsene Wenger for Arsenal. I mean, he's been a legend for Arsenal. I know they've gone 8 years without a trophy, but they're still criticizing him.
No, I don't mean
and me being a Manchester United fan, say, long may Arsene Wenger's reign continue.
So it's not such a bad team. But straight behind the bowler. That will be safe. 1 bounce for. That's what we want. Finally put back to ball. Come on, Jeet. Chikawawa moment. Dur Walker giving 2 boundaries away this over. Had a pretty good over first time around.
2 boundaries in this over. and yet they're behind the asking rate. They need another boundary of the last ball just to be on par.
Oh, clever. And the third man was pretty square, and Mahesh Manjrekar not the quickest. Still only 2. 10 runs from the over, still behind the asking rate, required rate of 11 odd. 9 gone, 49
In the
for 1.
final was